DDMS allows us to very directly manage and interact with the emulators, which allows us to use the emulator to even more effectively test our applications. In fact, there are some things that we can test with the emulator even easier than we can test them with a real device. Because one of the things that the emulator, or DDMS lets us do with the emulator is actually modify the emulator environment. In other words, we can introduce scenarios. So we can do things like change the radio's behavior, the cellular radio. So does it happen different when I'm on a home network or on a roaming network? Or my network is blocked and I can't get out. The emulator allows us to test those sort of things. It also allows us to simulate different network speeds and delays. Right? So we can see how our application behaves on different types of cellular connections. So we can see what happens on very, very slow connections and so forth. We also can interact with the environment and simulate things happening to the phone, like making a phone call. We can simulate an incoming phone call. So that's really useful in a scenario where the user's using your app, and right in the middle of using your app, boom, a phone call comes in. Right? Because the way phones work is that phone call kind of supersedes everything else. Does your app behave correctly when the phone call suddenly takes over? Right? You can send SMS messages. So you can write apps that receive SMS messages and interact with those. We can send those through the emulator. For location-based apps, you can put GPS information in. You can put in just a set of coordinates and send those in, and the GPS will receive those coordinates. And for more advanced scenarios, there are two file formats, the GPX format and KML format. They're just different file formats for describing location information. Those can be used to simulate an ongoing GPS feed into your application.